I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city.
Welcome to Spotlight Over the City, ladies and gentlemen. It's your host, Stan Long, along with I got a new, you know what? It's getting out of hand around here. The family is growing. I have a new special guest today. You guys have seen her before, but you haven't seen her special guest host. The one and only LaTanya Michelle. What's going on, LaTanya?
I'm good. What's up, y'all?
Along with the cast of The Gears. Cuzzo sitting on deck, the creator of The Gears himself. Cuzzo, he's down here in the middle screen, y'all. You see yourself?
Yeah, I can look.
The one and only Lavelle Long. And guess who we got in the building? If you guys are not familiar, we have in the building today the director of The Gears, writer, a whole bunch of other stuff, and a bunch of other plays we're going to get into. But first, we're going to get into Spotlight News. You got anything you want to talk about before we get into the news?
Yes.
You want to introduce yourself, tell them a little bit about who you are?
What's up, world? What's up, world? If you don't know who I am LaTanya Michelle. Out of Atlanta, Georgia. Y'all think y'all keeping me
Girl,
here
you
in
from
DC,
right here in the
but
DMV. You ain't
from
out no Atlanta, Georgia. You from right here. From Atlanta, Georgia. She's going around the corner.
ATL.
ATL in the building. She does a lot of things in ATL. She's not just the host, you guys. She has a magazine called Prove. And she also does a movement with the men. Tell them a little bit about that.
Prove Magazine is actually a new magazine that I just launched online. It is catered to positive black men. That's all I write about is black men.
And it's a wonderful thing because we don't have that much. So salute to you for that. So moving on to Spotlight News because we do have a big show today and I don't want to miss anything. So the first up is Kim Kardashian. I love this story. Kim Kardashian, I don't really talk about the Kardashians because I don't watch the Kardashians. I'm not a Kardashian fan. But I had to talk about Kim because guess what? Kim is spending some money. She hired an attorney to get these two young ladies out of prison that's been incarcerated for quite some time. I think one is 20 plus years. And it's for sex trafficking and some other stuff that was going on. It was totally crazy. And so it's two of them now. I forget the young ladies' names, but I thought that was very important that she does that. I hope a lot of other people also get involved because a lot of people have been incarcerated much too long. Some people unjustly incarcerated. So she put the money up, and I thought that was pretty big. I thought that was special, you know. They say her father's roots was coming out because her father was, what's his name? Robert Kardashian. He's a bad boy. So shout out to Kim Kardashian for that power move. I thought that was pretty serious. Next up is Mr. Russell Simmons.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
boy.
Man, Russ, they said they saw it coming. Wifey said she saw it coming. You saw it coming, Wifey?
I said I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised at all. I'm sure he has told somebody to give him some so that he can do.
Did you say give him some? Wait a minute. We got to get her a mic.
Yeah.
Did Wifey just say give
Give me some.
She done took it to a whole nother level. That fact. Okay, so Russell has been known to be a person who is kind of flamboyant with it and straight to the point and very arrogant when it comes to certain things. You know what I'm saying? So what do you guys think about that?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm waiting for what age they are, cause you know he got a track record. He like them young girls.
He like them young. He R. Kelly him.
Yeah, he R. Kelly him. So I'm not shocked. I just thought it'd be somebody like 12, 13 years old.
Well,
Well,
this
hopefully it
girl,
wasn't-
Man.
this
that
one,
bad.
it's been 26 years ago, so
Yeah.
she's over 26.
13.
Well,
You know, so she's still, because he old.
Yeah.
Well, he is now. This is what's alleged. Now Russell did this in 1991. The young lady was 17 years old at that time in 1991, so I can't do the math that fast, so I can't say what she is today. But she was 17. Russell was past 17, which means it's a statutory rape situation.
That's right.
And that's what made Russell instantly step down, in my opinion. They didn't say that, but they said that this young lady came to his apartment. They were supposed to be looking at some project that she was involved in or allegedly supposed to be involved in. And what happened was Russell started trying to take her clothes off. And then the next thing you know, allegedly, she ended up giving him oral sex. Forcibly.
Russ.
That sounds crazy, but that's allegedly what happened now. You can weigh in. Tell me what you think.
How do women get to the point where they're in these men's apartments, their bosses' apartments and all this stuff? And
they know what they're going to
stuff
do.
happens.
Well, allegedly she was her and what's another Hold on, let me put my reading glasses on. These are fake reading
Let's
glasses.
see.
Let me get the real
They look
reading
good
glasses so I
though.
can tell
They
you
look
what's
good
going
though.
on. Okay, the situation was this. It's a guy, Brett Ratner. I don't actually know who he is. I think he's an actor. He was present, and the lady said that he watched all of this go down and did nothing. So I think that was a witness that actually put it over the top too, because when you got witnesses and you're scared they gonna come forward, then you be like, let me hurry up and save face and bow out gracefully. That was my opinion. So you guys can weigh in on it and tell me, and then we'll move on. What do you think about it? Do you think Russell should have stepped down? Would you have stepped down if that was your situation?
I mean, if that's what you forcibly did, I think guys know if they pervert or they thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Because you got money or you had some type of success, that still keeps you still be thirsty.
Yeah.
It's all about a dude personality. Like, I'm not shocked at Russell because I was wondering, like, with the young girls, like, how he's getting away with this. You know what I'm saying? So, some people overlook people that got money. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what's happening with a lot of the industry situation. Matt Lowry, whatever his name is, Charlie Rose. It's just going down the wire now, and I think that it's, they say shit rolls downhill. It's just really
I'm gonna
starting
be honest though. That's what we do it for. Like, I'm not into forcing no woman to it, but I'm motivated by women to get my money.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. I'm gonna just keep it real. Like, I'm thinking now, when I get this bread, boy, good.
They gonna be
You know
all
what
in
I'm
your
saying?
face. Huh?
Good God.
So
Here's the thing.
It comes with the territory. Go ahead.
I respect him because he did put a message out there. He did put a message saying that I don't think it went down the same way as she sees it,
Right.
but because she was offended,
Right.
I appreciate and I respect her for that, and I'm stepping down. So I respect him for doing that. None of us know what really happened,
Right.
And it's, to me, what is sad about all of this. Why are we waiting all these years to do this?
Right.
That's
Say
my
all this
question.
stuff?
That's
I
my
got a
question.
problem with that.
That's
As
the
a woman,
thing
I
to
have
do.
a problem with that.
In my opinion, I think it's because a lot of people were embarrassed by the situation. A lot of people didn't realize that it was happening to other people as frequent as it was, and maybe even deeper than that, the power struggle. When you want something bad enough, sometimes you accept ill behavior to get it if you don't have your character in order.
Right.
Like, a lot of times, that big producer can bait you in because, for the simple fact, he knows that he has the power to make or break your career. Case in point, Harvey Weinstein, he had the power to say, I'm not going to put you in this film if you don't do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Him and Dame Dash even got into it over that. Dame Dash slapped him back in the day. I remember
See?
that situation.
See?
Dame Dash ended up putting him on the ground because of a situation based on that film with, what was it, based on Paid in Full.
Yeah.
He distributed that film through Miramax or whatever. He distributed it. So he was on set with Dame in the film, and then him had a confrontation, and Dame ended up touching him up, allegedly putting his hands on him and putting him on the ground. So this has been going on with Harvey as a muscle person. And so if you in the industry and you feel like you want to make it big, sometimes you won't, you know what I'm saying? Somebody comes to you and they want to do something with the kids, and they just moved to this area from wherever, and they want to have this big break, and Vernon be like, well, you know what?
If you go out with me, I'll
Vernon
Vernon
don't take that route.
Meet me at the apartment.
Nah, Vernon don't take that route.
And what we gonna do is we gonna rap a little bit, and we gonna see,
Nah.
if I can make a fit for you, if it'll fit, if it can be a fit.
Nah.
That's even
And
more.
so,
That's dead.
that happens. That happens.
Can I
That's
ask
even
a
more
question?
reason why we have to teach.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
My question is, I understand that happens, but if I agree to that,
Thank you.
Right.
I agree because I
Thank
want
you.
to be put on, and I
Thank
want to be
you.
the star. And
Thank
so
you.
now that my career is popping, 20 years later, I get to come back and say, oh, by the way,
He
20
did
years
this.
ago, he made me do it. He made me.
But I had
Right.
no problem
Suck
making
it.
sure
What,
he
really?
got all the pleasure
Well,
Back
back then. Exactly.
There
Because
should be
the
a
time-
statute of limitations. You cannot say anything
I love her.
and get someone in trouble 20 years
20
down the
some
road after
years.
you've gotten successful. You chose to say, well, you know what? Okay, this is what I got to do so that I can be the next big star. So now you're the next big star. That's you took that hit.
And
that's
it's
why
not
Pratt-
that they keep playing, and it's not like all their movies is from him. So once you got famous, you could pretty much say, wait a minute, this happened to me back then.
Exactly. So
Okay,
I'm,
so-
I'm,
Gotta have
I'm not real
morals.
cool with all of this stuff that's going on, coming out 20-some years later.
what about the person that says this was forcibly done to me? I wasn't volunteering. I just felt trapped. Like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to tell. I didn't know where to go.
So you
That's-
figured it out.
that's
You
everybody's
stayed
story.
later?
That's
you
everybody's
stay in the
story.
movie. That's all of us. We all
everybody's
probably
story.
have stories.
We do.
That's
We all
everybody's
have
story.
stories.
And if you go through this with the kids, screw them. Start your own. It's
Start
better
your
than theirs.
No, we're not going to this. We're not going to this with the kids. Trust me. We ain't going to this with the kids.
I mean,
That ain't gonna happen.
I did a full-fledged production with. I have a movie that I haven't released, and we had a lot of women on the set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Any of them try to rub up on you?
I mean,
Of
we
course, 'cause
can't
they
complain.
bad.
Like, is
Exactly.
it cool for a guy to say, man, nah, she sexual harassed me?
She look good. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what I'm not respecting about it is that if it happened to me, I'm not resigning nothing. I'm gonna call her out.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. If you
I'm-
telling
I'm-
me
I'm
that
going
wasn't
in.
the story you had, then what you
Right.
resigning for?
you resigning for?
If my
Yeah.
story different than your story, then we're gonna have to go to war with this
Yeah, 'cause
story.
they listen
But-
So
but-
now you
but you-
assassinate my character though.
Yeah, but
what
see,
you
they
gotta
don't have-
understand, him resigning is different than when normal people resign. You know how much money he got?
Yeah.
Him resigning is a toll. He might have been ready to resign anyways. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah,
And
what you
plus,
say gonna turn it
he's
over to the
still
younger
gonna have
crowd.
some money coming out of it anyway.
But it's still your name. See,
That's right,
That's
your
the
name.
PR
At the end of the day.
stunt,
At
and
the end of the day.
and
That's all
then
it is.
you gotta look at like they worrying about the money. See, the type of guy I'm from, like the Dame Dash and them. I'm not gonna worry about the money. I'm gonna worry about my reputation and what people think. The Tupac in me, you know. I'm not
Right.
going like certain things you can't say. Like you're not gonna run my name as no rapist. You definitely ain't gonna run my name as no snitch. You see what I'm saying? And you're not gonna run my name as no child molester. Them just certain things that I'm not gonna allow you to put out about me. See, some men have to fight. It's just three things I'm just not gonna allow you to put out. You can call me dumb. You can call me broke. You can call me a lot of things, but a rapist, a child molester, or a snitch, us long boys ain't having that. Ain't that
That's
right,
exactly
cuz?
right. And that's Cuzzo speaking. I'm stamping that. So at the end of the day, though, a lot of people be like, well, you know, people didn't feel comfortable because everybody else wasn't doing it. So now this is the thing that struck me. Remember the dude Cruz? Y'all know the big strong guy.
Yeah, that's why.
Right now, see, he said, I ain't gonna.
Next
Okay, let me
subject.
get it together. He said the little dude groped him or did something and grabbed his
In front of his wife.
crotch in front of his wife, and this was a minute ago too, though.
no, it wasn't.
Oh,
this
this
was
was-
just a couple years ago.
That's a minute.
Yeah,
though.
this was just
So I'm
recently.
thinking a couple of years ago, what was you thinking? Because you like 6'4" and 200 something pounds,
Right.
and you cock strong, right? Like you
And-
strong diesel.
He
And
was
you
thinking about
not
his
on.
career.
And you
I
not on
want to
parole.
know what made you be like, dang, he just groped me. Like, what went through his mind when he said, and then you be like, what? And then 2 years later, you say, you know what, I'm mad now because he did that. And you're a big, grown, strong man. See,
Right.
it's a little different for me with a woman because you seem overpowered or, you know, you can't really fight back maybe or you feel dominated. But I don't understand what this situation was other than the fact that you sold yourself for a power position.
And I want to know what his wife thought. Like, well, how can I look at my wife and I let a man touch
She
me?
was
Like,
standing right there.
And you
was right
standing
there.
there and you was cool with it. Y'all went in the car together and talked about it on the way home. Yeah, did you see him grope me?
They laughed it off because it was a check coming.
All money ain't good money.
Nah, all my,
So-
I
That's
can
what I'm
tell
saying.
You, I can tell you situation now. Ging can bring up a situation. Big G can bring up a situation. I was right there at the New York Film Academy. I'm not gonna call this dude name because I usually do. But this
Well, you can
dude,
say it on
this
Spotlight.
dude sexually harassed Big G.
Oh, well, I believe that.
And I looked, I said, hold, and then I'm like, I got to walk away. Next thing I know, Ging was running behind me like, man, do you bleed? But at the end of the day, he couldn't say nothing right then and there because guess what?
What?
He was trying to get to the other side of that acting gig. But he did not, he definitely checked him. And but he has a story. I wonder, he's in Africa right now.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but
Shout out to Big G, too.
Yeah, I was standing right there. When I tell you I'm standing right there, I'm standing right there. And I'm like,
Like, what just happened, right?
hey, what did he just say?
You know, I deal,
That's crazy,
I deal with a
man.
lot of black men because of what I do and everything and stuff, and a lot of them tell me a lot of stuff. They deal with a lot of sexual harassment too.
Yeah.
Men deal with a lot of sexual harassment, and their big issue is like, well, what do you say? Because nobody's gonna believe me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
That's
you know,
tough.
women do it. You know,
Women are powerful with it.
Women are aggressive these
Yeah,
days, and sometimes you
exactly.
got to say like, nah, because I know once. And I'm just telling you from my standpoint, you know, I'm married and I don't give a tutu. But, you know, I had a woman that was very aggressive. And I was like, wow, you know, like, good God, I need. But I was like, basically, if I do this, then she got some on me and she got some on my wife. So I was like, nah, I can't do this. You think I'm saying?
Right.
But she was very persistent. Women do it. And you tell them no, that turns them on more.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And that's game for you guys. Tell them no sometimes. You tell them no sometimes, they still gonna come at you.
All right, we're going to move on because that one right there, man. I just wanted y'all to weigh in a little bit, man. I ain't heard you say nothing yet, Vernon. Vernon been quiet. Why you so quiet, Vernon?
I'm quiet
because you in a minute.
you get to me in a minute.
We're going to have to get you to say something on here, man.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on to
Philando
Castile. I don't know if you remember. That's the young man that got shot up in the car, and he had his child, and his child's mother was in the car, right? He had his daughter in the car. Well, she just settled the case for $800,000, right? I think it's chump change. I think she got robbed. I think her lawyer should be kicked in the butt. I'm still beefing. I'm beefing at the lawyers, so that's why I brought it up. I didn't bring it up to glorify the situation because I think it was a sucker move. I don't think that $800,000. If you shoot my wife in front of me and my child, ooh, that's $800,000. Nah, Slim,
that ain't gonna get it.
You can't talk to me for $800,000.
Dang, you should have been around us early today.
I'm gonna be so in my feelings that you offer me $800,000 and you my lawyer. I think I can't say that. Okay, so I'm gonna be mad at my lawyer though, cause I'm gonna be so. Is this my case?
Be more than that.
Like,
I got offended. I'm in my feelings because this young lady is young and they took advantage of her, man. Like she a young girl. She don't know. This young lady does not understand that. Man, I'm gonna need like 4-5 mil short change. That's short change on the 4-5 mil side. You killed my wife in front of my baby, and you a police officer. Nah. So help me with this one, man. Am I wrong for this? Am I the only one that feel like somebody got slighted here?
I kind of blame her.
You blame her? She young.
I
she don't know.
Yeah,
She don't know.
But. You know, you just went through something stressful. I'm telling you, I would have blanked out. I wouldn't even been in the courtroom. They had to do me on TV at home.
Exactly.
Every time I seen police, I'd have jumped up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What the? I'd start shooting
Act crazy.
my hands shooting at people and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, you got to go in.
That's a traumatic situation, and that's why I was so mad when I saw she just settled for $800,000. I mean, in her mind, because the lawyer gonna get a third of that right away.
Right away.
So
So
in
she
my
not even
mind,
getting
I'm
that.
thinking you ain't even got no bag. You didn't get a bag for it. And who is in your camp that let you take $800,000 for murder of your baby daddy in front of your child though? Like this is your daughter's mother in front of your daughter.
And she'd be broken a year.
$800,000. My lawyer, I'd be so mad. Anyway.
Yeah, when I saw that today, I felt the same way though.
You saw it, wifey?
Wow. So she gets $800,000 for watching her. It was her husband or her fiance.
It was her fiance, and they murdered the dude in front of her daughter.
Yeah,
That's
right in the car,
crazy.
right
and
next
then,
door.
And then they just settled the case for $800,000. And so in my mind, like I told my man early about it, he was like, "I'm saying $800,000, that's a bag. You gotta look at the circumstances. $800,000 on no bag when somebody just got."
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Aaron Andrews gets $55 million for someone just seeing her naked in her hotel room.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So
Yeah,
that's
I
a
think the mother-
sideways bet. You see what I'm?
Then the mother
Thank you,
get $2
wifey.
million
That's
though.
what I'm trying to say.
The mother got $2 million or something like that. Then the mother get $2 million.
That's what they said. They said the mother got $2 million.
$2 million.
Yeah. The mother got $2 million. The mother had settled before.
Oh, she settled prior too.
The mother knew she was dealing with someone who knew what they was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta understand them lawyers, man.
Yeah.
They be having deals with the state and everything.
Exactly.
Them lawyers and police are creeps, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. So we're gonna move on because I ain't feeling that one. I gotta hear you, Vernon. I'm gonna talk to you about this one. Floyd Mayweather's crib got broken in. These dudes came into the house. This is a $20-something million home. They got away with $10,000 worth of merchandise. They stole luggage and accessories, right? Up to $10,000 worth.
How do you have a house that big worth that much?
I'm thinking they was 12.
No.
Like you go in a mansion.
How did you get in there?
So
inside job probably. Somebody who knows somebody who knew somebody.
How?
I don't
Your
know.
house is that? How?
A female.
A female.
Why it's got to be
somebody-
female?
somebody
Y'all ain't gonna keep
No.
putting it on females.
This
But
not
female.
some dudes.
So I know wifey gonna have something to say about this. Like Floyd out Beverly Hills, he ain't living in there. This ain't the house he permanently living in. This is one of his places, right? So he might have slid a chick or two over there, and they know Floyd's location at the time because he wasn't nowhere near there. And they knew where he was because they in contact with him. And so it's easy to set that situation up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, because when you got
But why
rich
do y'all
dudes,
quickly assume
I'm gonna
it's
tell you
a
this, because
female?
when you got rich dudes,
Most times
Most
I
times
rich
I like
dudes
to do
don't
that.
have no stranger dudes around.
exactly.
Dudes got their homeboy, somebody they knew.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Only thing
I
that be
just was-
strange around rich guys is women.
Yeah, you can't
I
even come
was
to my
at
house
the
on wealthy and
Miami
watch
Heat
games or nothing.
game, and Floyd Mayweather was there with a whole big backpack, which I'm sure was full of money, on floor seats, and he had 3 dudes with him that looked like they was broke as can be. So I don't know what y'all talking about. I seen that with my own eyes.
Yeah, but they not strangers to him.
Yeah,
Right.
they
Guess
may have been
what?
family.
That don't
Could have
mean
been
nothing.
undercover security.
family still these days.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
true.
that's true. But so how do you feel it
But listen,
unfolded?
a
What do you
lot-
think?
I don't think it makes sense. To me, it doesn't make sense because how do you have that big a house and don't have an alarm system and security system that's so good that you don't see them walking out your house and all that stuff? Come on, you got all
I
these
just
camera
want to
systems.
know. I'm past that situation. I want to know what idiot came in the house and got $10,000.
They should have stole them boots from him and
that's
that
all you
purse that
came
he
up with.
carrying around.
I'm
That's all he had in
confused.
there.
Well, probably with kids.
They could have took his man purse and got more
Yeah,
than that.
they
The man
would've got
purse he
more than
walking
that
around
with-
with is worth like about $100,000 or something.
Yeah.
Like that crocodile
Probably
purse he
kids.
got.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably kids.
Yeah, you
Press
did.
honest, yeah.
So anyway, Floyd.
That's who I'm surprised they ain't got. They ain't came. He ain't got no sexual harassment charge yet.
Now. I'm
It's
with
coming,
you,
though.
I don't want
don't
to speak
think
bad
so.
on the man, but I'm gonna say this.
I don't think
It's,
so.
it's all the
He
way
too-
you
he's
handle
smooth
it, though.
about
He's
his-
making
yeah,
money,
he's
see?
smooth
It's
about
the
it.
way you
He's
handle it.
money.
It's
Now,
all the way you handle
Now,
it.
Don't shut him up.
Now, I'd have partied with him before. I'm on video. I got to get on my video.
But they making girls sign non-disclosures now before they come in
On
the
video.
house.
Yeah.
They making them sign non-disclosures before they come in the
yeah.
house now. So now you can't go snitch. You can't go do that
like
because you
that.
sign the paperwork now.
That's a smart thing.
All of them doing it
Money,
now.
Gag order.
Chris
Before you
Brown,
come in the
all of them.
house,
You gotta
you
sign a
sign
gag order with me.
Justin Bieber got him doing
So
that.
that's what we gonna do, Stan.
Gag order.
Yeah.
Listen,
You signed the
That's what we gonna
paperwork.
do when we
wifey,
get
I ain't
this money.
Cuzzo said that. Talking about that's what he gonna do.
I
You
said,
heard
that, I
Cuzzo?
said that what we gonna do.
Gag order.
He said the loans will do that. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I think I missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are
that's
the
what
long,
I'm saying.
what are the
Hey.
longs gonna do?
You can't talk on camera till you take that Dallas shirt off, though. Like that's it. I'm
Oh
sick
wait a
of
minute,
this.
look, I'm in the camera.
See in the camera? Look, she said, wait,
Yeah,
look,
you
look,
in the
look,
camera.
look. You
Sit
already
down,
in the
man.
camera,
Said I'm
boo.
sick of this.
So anyway, moving on Spotlight News. We got a show to do. Jay-Z concert Wednesday, I heard was tight. Anybody in the building went to it? Tell me about it. I missed it. Y'all missed it?
I
missed
heard.
I heard
let
it
me
was
say
fire. I
this.
seen them a while ago, but this one, the 444 one I heard was,
I didn't
over
hear
the top,
that.
man.
I heard something. I heard
What you heard?
he didn't have an opening act. It was just him.
don't need no
They
opening
said
act,
it was
Jay-Z.
more of a seemed like he was more of a karaoke thing and stuff. He performed the whole time or whatever, and I heard it wasn't all that great.
You serious?
I'm dead
I
serious.
gotta talk to
This-
some more people. You've been
Alright.
talking to some
I heard it was
Jay-Z
good.
haters. Who you
No,
been
they're
talking
not
to?
haters.
They cool.
They cool, good people. I'm just saying. I'm like, and it was his birthday, so you would
And
think
you
that
don't
it was
think
something
lit?
major.
I think it was lit. Anything come to DC gonna be lit. We can make sure you be lit before you leave here. You can't come here and do no show and just be soft with it. You gotta bring it when you come here. We're gonna throw rocks at the stage or
Y'all
something.
know y'all be
You
hyping
know,
up.
we don't play
Y'all
like
know
that
y'all
here.
live the
Nah,
hype
that's
up.
play them type of
that's
games
why.
around
That's
here.
why he can schedule a show for Wednesday night because he know DC gonna show
they
up.
gonna show up.
Like you
They
can't
gonna show up.
you can't
Guess
drop
what?
it too
And he
many
know
states
that
like
they gonna
that.
show up no matter
Cities
what.
like that.
He already got y'all money, so he don't have to put on a show. Because all
Yeah.
y'all do is 444. He don't have to cut his hair. He don't have to do nothing. He just got to show up. And y'all gonna be like,
I'm gonna say this. I'm not listening to you. She on the hater staff. I'm not listening to her. That's the
I
hater
like
section.
Jay-Z.
I heard the
I'm
show was good.
serious.
Well, she from Atlanta, Georgia, so if we
No,
talk
I'm from
about
here.
Future,
Let's get it straight.
Oh, okay.
This-
Yeah,
I
if
just
I
left
said
an
Migos
hour,
or
see?
Future or somebody, should have been
I
like,
can't
yeah,
stand
All with it.
Young
no,
Scooter or
no,
somebody.
no.
Yeah,
All
yeah. Young Scooter, that's the man. That's her over there.
I don't even know what
Let
they
me-
be saying.
Who you like, designer?
I don't even know who. I'm a nerd.
Anyway, Jay-Z, shout out to you, man. They say, why do you always be on Jay-Z? Like, why Slim so cool? Like, Jay-Z, his homeboy. You know why? Because this a dude from Marcy Projects
Yes, yes.
that turned nothing into 500 plus. That's a bag for real.
And the
so
fact
when
that-
you can do that and you come from absolutely dirt, right? Nothing, right? And you took a whole bunch of shots at the penitentiary to do it, I gotta salute you. I can't do
and
I
he a
can't do nothing
dude,
but salute.
and he a dude that won't walk through the back door. He'll walk through the front
Through the
door. That's
front
why
door.
I respect him.
And it ain't gonna be. It might just
And
be
don't
him,
care what-
Ty, and
and don't
another
care.
little short
That's
boy.
what I
It
respect.
might not be security or nothing. See, when you can rock like that, that's.
And
I
this is
salute
stuff-
real dudes, man. That's the bottom
this-
line. Like it's a bunch of fake foolishness in the rap game, and the old head still keep it 100. And I ain't like when he crossed his legs on the thing, but other than that, he keep it 100. You know, he keep it 100. Like everybody else in the
He
rap
do.
game, to me, not everybody, but it ain't many. Yo Gotti, shout out to him. People like that. How many people out here really making noise in the rap game that's worth really, that's for real? I think my wife is a, what kind of fan? What you like?
What kind of rap
You
do
like
I
the
like?
little boy? What's the little boy that I told you he wearing dresses? What's the boy?
I don't like him.
Yeah, I was like, don't salute that.
But
I'ma
I
just
do
say
like
this.
Migos.
Yeah, I like the Migos.
Do you
They
understand?
go,
Do you understand what they say?
I like
Hey.
Don't they do that?
Go ahead, break it
Give me
down,
a bag
y'all.
and
Y'all be
flip
at
it
the
and
house.
tumble it.
Y'all be at the house getting it in.
Yeah. We
I
do.
love it.
Yes.
ahead.
Time.
I'm gonna tell you who I like, man. Cause I'm really.
Uh-oh, here we
Who
go.
you got in the
Tell you I
deck,
like,
man?
bro.
Who you
Guy-
listening to?
Hey, but I don't even listen to him. Nah, I just like him.
Who?
I just be feeling. I just the way he be on the Instagram and Facebook. That dude, Black Youngster. Man, he
Hey,
off the
that's
chain.
my little. Hey, that
I
little
mess-
dude.
Hey,
Hey, at first I thought he was slow or something, but let me just tell you this: the little dude know how to get a bag, and he branded himself. He a brand, like that's your guy, one of your Gotti's little rappers.
yeah,
right?
I like that whole
Your
little
money
Kid Young
bags
Gotti
too, though.
now,
I like
yeah.
all of them. Yeah, the old head listen to that. Yeah, I still listen to all that. So I salute them, all of them. That's my point. That's real, Rollo. Shout out to Rollo, ATL, like them real rappers, like them dudes who really do stuff and do stuff.
Yeah,
I don't
Rollo.
like people who.
Yeah, Rollo doing real though.
Rollo?
Assalamu alaikum. Yeah,
I
Rollo
rock
doing
with
real
Rollo,
thing.
man.
And he,
Yeah,
and he got
yeah,
property
yeah,
down
yeah,
that joint and
yeah.
everything for his fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, whole apartments and everything.
When a dude live in the bluff and then get up and buy the bluff and then put all his homies in the bluff, again, real dude stuff. I salute that kind of stuff. That's what I'm about.
That ain't even rap stuff. That's like real,
That's real
back
life
in the
stuff.
day school
But
stuff.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
You
what
don't
I
see many
respect.
dudes out here now that's gonna click up, do that. And the dude get a bag or two now, he's sliding off on his homies. He talking crazy. He got arrogant. He don't know what's happening. Slim got a couple of million and bought the project. He been $2 million on the project. The Bluff, $2 million. A young boy. And he was out of prison 3 years when he did it. So yeah, salute to Rollo. I do that. Anyway, Redskin Dallas game. This is the last part of the news, and we gonna get to it. Redskin Dallas game. We got one fake Dallas fan in the building. Anybody
Oh,
else?
you gotta see the back. Let's see. Am I on
Oh my
camera?
God, let me take my.
Look at her. She is so
Wow.
on camera. She,
Dallas
and the
fan-
camera
Wait,
off now.
hey,
too.
hey.
I can't even
Am
look
I on,
over
wait a minute.
there.
Am I
Dallas
on
fan?
camera, y'all?
You on camera, boo.
And you telling people?
You on camera, boo.
Listen, I know what's wrong with her.
How
But
you do
how
the
you
thing?
do that?
My son do the dab thing. How you do it?
Oh, damn. Okay.
I thought that was a
Look at my dab. Look at my.
No, look at you.
Hey, man, your dad rusty. That's
You do it. Let me see you do it. Do the dab.
Your
be
damn rusty.
but
Do the
yeah,
dab.
I don't do that.
Look
But
like one of
that
your
was
arms
rusty,
was
though.
shorter than the other one.
Yeah, your arm when you did your hey, cuz when she did her arm, it ain't really go
Listen,
like.
listen. He
trying
don't
to
live
come
in the house with you. He don't live in the house with you. You about to get in trouble.
But guess what, y'all? We go to a commercial. Right after this commercial break, man, we got the cast of the Giz, and we gonna chop it up and talk some real business. We be right back. Spotlight. Y'all boys crazy.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL, I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL, I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city.
Welcome back to Spotlight Over the City. And man, we having a good time, man. Y'all having a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's clap it at one time for that Giz cast. We got that whole Giz cast in the building.
And the
Yes, we do.
building.
I see, right? Yep, all them. All that. They in the building. Lot to talk about. Okay, Vernon, I'm going to get to you first since you've been quiet the whole time. I need to talk to you. How do you guys come up with the name Giz?
Well, the Giz was come about by Mr. Lavelle Long and Mr. Saladin. When they was
Shout out to Saladin, too. He ain't being quiet. That's another writer.
Saladin always
So he
quiet.
kind of quiet. We're going to get him to talk a little bit, too. Get on if he can get on camera. Go ahead, I'm listening.
So the name came up with them two when they was incarcerated together. And then Lavelle,
Yeah, we see him.
Lavelle he'll tell the story in a second, but Lavelle contacted me about almost 2 years ago about the Giz, and when he called me, I'm looking at my phone like, why does my phone keep ringing? Who's this number from Atlanta? And I answered the phone. He said, man, this is Lavelle. I'm like, what's up, man? I didn't know who he was. He said, I got an idea for a show, man, called The Gears. I heard you doing a lot of stage plays up there. I want to work with you there, whatever. I said, okay, cool. And so, fast forward a couple years later, we get together and we make it to come to life.
That's what's up.
What exactly is the Giz?
Sorry about that.
What does that mean?
Giz is it's simply we came up with an idea in prison, and I was basically like, I want to do the Wizard of Oz and Go-Go.
Okay.
So it was easy for me. I just knocked off the W and put the G for Go-Go, Giz.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about the G Wiz,
Okay.
but then I didn't want to be, people saying, oh, you copying too much, so I just put the G with it, with natural for Go-Go, and put it to Giz.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay,
So
I
that's
like
where the
that
G
too.
came in.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. You was incarcerated. Back up a little bit. So when you came home, you already knew that you started writing on it. You had just had it in your head. You had already writing.
Where the idea came from, Saladin was always hungry, so he was always at my locker.
It's always the skinny ones too.
Trying to get some food, right?
Still always hungry.
Man, always hungry. So I started noticing he was writing, and he was writing books. But when I was reading them, they was like gangster. And I was telling him, I said, bro, we already been. That's why we in here for the gangster stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I said, can we brighten that up? You know what I'm saying? So I told him, I said, we can't come home, because every guy that comes home, they wrote a book in prison. They did this. Them books don't go too far. So we got to do something different. We got to make people smile, because we can do it. So I said, then I told him, I said, man, we're going to do the Wizard of Oz and Go-Go. And he started smiling, had this smile on. The only time I see him smile is when he eating. So he had a smile on
Sound like
his
my
face.
wife.
So he had a smile on his face. So I called Genghis. I called Genghis, Big G.
Okay.
He stuck with me to hold my whole beat. Called him and said, bro, what you think about the Wizard of Oz and Go-Go? And before I even got in Go-Go, he went off like, bruh, that's my favorite move. You stealing my idea? Da, 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 da.
Wow.
So I'm like, bruh, what you talking about? He said, bruh, I was thinking about that. We got to do it. We got to do it. So I was like, wow, if Ging gets excited about it, then I really started getting excited about it. So then when I came home,
Now tell him who Ging is.
Yeah, make sure.
Because a lot of
Ging
people
is,
don't know who
everybody.
Ging is.
and Juan Glover, Mr. Big G from the Backyard Band.
That's right.
And also from the TV
The
show The
Wire.
Wire. Because
Wire.
remember,
Snap.
everybody's
Deuces.
not here in DC.
Deuces.
So exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Deuces.
He
Transitions.
Deuces.
Transitions. He
Transitions.
does everything. He's
Shout out to Big G.
He's in Africa right now. So at that time, once I figured it was an idea, and Ging was excited about it, because once he's excited about it, he can push it.
Yeah.
I came home, I contacted Terrence, which Terrence just had got out of prison too.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a part of our management team, and he keeps all us together.
Okay.
So
That's what's up.
shout out to Terrence
Shout out to
Braxton.
Terrence Braxton.
So
Squirt,
once-
a.k.a. Squirt.
So once I talked to him, and he's like the brain, like I be kicking my ideas off of him, and he's a guy to tell you like, no, that ain't gonna work.
Right.
Yeah, I think that work. Once he was like, bro, that can work. Then I hunted down Vernon Williams. I hunted him down. I mean, he was telling me like, oh, just we can get together. We can, but I don't. You know,
Giving
I'm
you to
from-
run
He
around.
was trying to blow you
South-
off.
Yeah, I'm from Southeast Washington, man. We don't give up. We don't give
That's
up.
right.
I wasn't blowing him off. I was already doing a stage play
Right.
at the time, and I was busy with that. He when he called me, it was like almost showtime. So my focus was just on that.
Right.
So it was my first time doing Secrets, Lies, and Scandals, the first time. So that was around about that time. And then, but see, that's why I say God always know what he doing. Because even when he hit me up at that time, he didn't give up. He didn't stop. I moved on with other things, and then it came right back around full circle to where when we got together. See, I say to myself, maybe it wasn't our time to get together back then. But then when we did get together, now things are happening, and it's falling right in place in God's plan. So that's just how I look at it.
Man, I gotta tell this quick story real quick about what. Shout out to my wife too. Though. I've been giving her a hard time, but that's my baby. Let me tell you a story. We was out. We was at the last play you did in Bowie, right? This one,
Yeah.
which
Stranger in my house.
was a bomb play, by the way. What was the name of it?
Stranger in my house.
Stranger in my house. Yeah, because that was a big. I like that play a lot. So long story short, we see you and what's my man right here.
Terrence Braxton.
We see Terrence. Terrence and you walk up at the end of the show. You got some Gucci tennis shoes on. They glittering like a mug.
Glitter.
Right? My wife look at me. She say, look at glitter shoe. Right? Now, mind you, keep in mind, this is my first cousin.
Real first cousin.
But I hadn't known him. I knew who he was, but I didn't know that was him at the play. So I'm talking to Vernon, I'm talking to Big Cliff, all these different people. We kicking this out to Cliff Jones. We going in, da 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 da. So I kept saying, I know this dude, right? I know this dude. So we get in the car, and I say, hey, babe, I know Glitter Shoe. I say,
That's
I
your
can tell you
name,
now.
too.
I say, I know Glitter Shoe. She say, you don't know him. I say, that's my cousin. I say, that's my first cousin. She say, no, it's not. I said, I promise you. I just couldn't think. I couldn't put it together, right? With so many people in there. I said, but I promise you, that's my first cousin. That's my father. That's my father's sister's son. And I told her the name of your mother's name. And so I called Vernon. I say, Vernon, that dude named Boogaloo, right? And he say, yeah. I say, man, that's my cousin. Tell my cousin call me, man. And so when he called me, he had to do the check. Like, he got to see if I'm official, right? He got to see what's going on, right?
You know, I
he
got
don't
so
believe
many
me, right?
Yeah, he sure did.
You know what
He
I'm saying?
thinking somebody apostle or something, like somebody trying to claim fame or something, right? So I say, nah, cuz, we family. Like, you my blood first cousin, Holmes.
Wow.
And he was like, all right, so, and I said, your mother name, blah, blah, blah. And he was
said-
like, yeah.
They said your mother named Pee Wee.
Yeah, and I say,
I
he
was
say,
like-
let me call you back, right?
Soon he
say,
said
let
that.
me call you
but
back.
You know, when you know, I'm known for having that bag. You dig what I'm saying? So I got a lot of cousins, man.
Right.
This is my cousin.
Right,
You know what I'm
everybody
saying?
wanna be a cousin,
Everybody-
right?
So, you know, and then his last name Long. So, you know, we have never identified with nobody else in this city as a last name Long.
Long, right.
But when he said Pee Wee,
You just know.
That mean I got to know
I'm
your
like, I
mother.
gotta get off the phone.
Yeah.
I hung up the phone. I'm like,
Mom.
bye. So I called my mother and I'm like, you know somebody named Stan Long? And she went straight to it. I said, oh my God, I got a cousin up this
Wow,
joint.
that's
So
crazy.
ever since then, it's been what it is.
Yeah, so I remembered you. So my cousin been doing big things for a long time. I remember I was at my aunt's funeral and all these limousines was out there and this and that, and that was his limousine service. I was like, man, this dude, everywhere I'm at, I used to see, like, we would cross paths, but I didn't know we was cousins. Like,
Yeah.
so I didn't know. So shout out to that whole thing, man. Like, that whole
Yeah,
situation
so you had to
was crazy.
say that because DC, every time I tell somebody, I was like, nah, Stan Long, my cousin. And they looking at like, yeah. I'm like, nah, for real, my real cousin. You
And
know
when
what
I
I'm
say that he my cousin, they be like, oh, okay then. And so it's like they don't think that's real or something because
Yeah.
we both never said we had no family or this and like that here. Though. So I'm proud to say that he's doing big things. Once again, he's always been known to do big things in the city. So is Vernon's big. These playthings has been huge with Vernon. So I'm proud to have you guys on deck, you know, to have you on the
Yeah,
show.
man, good to be here, man.
I have a question. Because I noticed that all three of you guys talked about, and of course, I'm always going to look for the positive black man story out of everything that I do. All three of you guys talked about being in prison.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys actually came out together and y'all are like family now and you're doing business together?
Yes. I can tell you more of this. Me and Saladin was in the same prison.
Okay.
And well, we was on different type of cases. Actually, Terrence Braxton was on a case with me.
Okay.
So me and him went in. Well, we from DC. We got trumped up in Georgia.
We need to bring you on. Come on, come stand next to me. Can you come stand?
We don't have a camera for him.
You can come stand next to me. We'll scoot over.
No,
just a
what
little
you can
so
do though,
see. Or
he
just
can
sit.
go over there.
So-
You sit next to wife
so
and
they
you'll be
can
on the.
see
It's a
too.
camera over
Okay,
there.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
so like I said, before I went to prison, I had a club. I had numerous business.
Okay.
And Terrence Braxton he was my man behind the scene with me all times and kept me straight.
There you go.
So
Okay.
we caught a charge and we had to go away. But I met Saladin in prison. And you know, funny story, when I met him, you know, the young black men in DC, you know, we in Georgia and we're not in a federal penitentiary. Because in federal penitentiary
Y'all
you can
in
act up
penthouses.
because in federal penitentiary you got a lot of DC guys there, you can have that back. But in a state penitentiary, which is a lot worse, that, you know, you don't have the backing. So when I met him, see, he can hurt my situation or he can help my situation. So by him being young from D.C., he came up to me like, I'm from D.C., and I shied away from him because I had my situation already straight. By getting went around these country guys, they kind of trusted me and feeling me. So I didn't want him to mess that up because I didn't understand. You know, we coming in, man. You
You thought he was gonna get wild, right?
We gonna do some of these country dudes. We gonna do this, that, and that. And I was like, hold on, I had to check him out. But finally, he sat down. He was Muslim. And he was like, bro, I'm not on this. I'm not on that. I don't do no drugs. Once I found out that he had a brain, he wasn't on the wild side.
Right.
I brought him on in, and it's been history ever since.
That's what's up, man. I'm proud of you guys, man, because I tell people all the time, mostly all my friends are dead or in the penitentiary from back in the day. I got friends doing life plus 30 and this and that. So they don't have a chance to even come home to get a second shot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My friend's buried in jail. Like I'm just being honest. And so I'm one of the blessed ones that was able to be out here and make a difference and not be in the penitentiary, don't have a snitch jacket, none of that kind of sucker stuff. So I'm happy to see people like y'all come out and make a positive play because DC not known for positive plays.
Exactly.
You know
And this, is what I
moves.
want to say to like the guys, the people I'm rolling with. Like Saladin, 26 years old.
Wow.
I want to thank him for believing in me
Much
that
respect.
we can write this thing
Man,
together. Because
listen.
we was nerving when we met Vernon Williams. Only one that had confidence was Terrence.
So
He
y'all
knew-
didn't know anything about plays or anything.
no, we
Y'all
didn't
just
even know how
came
to
up with
write.
an idea.
We
So
didn't even-
he's the person who put
We
everything.
This dude here, though,
We
he's
didn't
the
even know
mad
how to
genius
write.
with the plays, though, right?
I'm trying to tell y'all, we had him meet us in the backyard. We had already started writing. We already knew he was gonna tear us down. We had already prepared for it. He's like, Lord, he don't like
Y'all
that.
thought it was
Did
gonna
he
be,
tear y'all
what
down?
y'all thought it was gonna be some garbage, like this some garbage.
But when he got there, he came in. You gotta understand, this Vernon Williams to us. You know, I had to tell him sometimes, like, dog, you gotta know you Vernon Williams. Like I ran to you. You didn't run to me. So we was nervous when he came. The only ones that wasn't nervous was this guy right here.
That's the cool one.
He cool
That's
hand
the
Luke.
cool one.
I gotta
I
get
like
Terrence to say at least 2 syllables before he leaves
so
his turn.
he believe in us. So we thinking,
I love
yeah.
it.
So we looking at him, and then when he come in the backyard, we already looking to be tore down. He sat down and said, "This good.
That's good.
Maybe y'all can do
That's
this.
God.
Maybe y'all can do that. Let's write this together." When he sat down and said, "We can write this together," when he left, he don't even know. Me and this guy was hugging each other.
Y'all did the
was
happy
crying.
feet.
Was
Y'all was
y'all
on the happy
crying?
feet.
I thought we
Y'all
made it.
doing the happy feet.
Hey,
Hey,
the only one that wasn't tripping was Terrence, right?
right. Terrence like this. I told y'all we was good.
Right. Told y'all we was
Terrence
good.
is the businessman. Terrence like, we gotta get something signed.
You know,
what
right
I'm saying? We
now.
gotta-
Right, he go
Right,
straight
right.
to that. He go straight to that,
Hey.
right?
Yeah.
You know how you
Yeah.
talking about
Straight to the business.
how Mayweather you gotta do an NDA? He probably was like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
boy,
him.
you
He
tired.
was
That's
straight
him.
to it. Yeah.
We jumping around like, yeah, he like, we got to get something signed. We got to make sure it's
Love
real what
it.
it is. And
Love it.
Da 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 da. And you know, I don't get enough time to say this because we are from prison and we have that street cred.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't for Vernon Williams giving us a second chance and saying, "Hey, I'll work with you guys," because he caught flack. People told him like, "What are you doing? Do you know who that guy is?" And he was like, "I don't
Hold
care."
that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Like
I love
I'm
that.
working
He
with him.
took a shot.
Much respect.
So salute to you, man,
Yeah.
for taking the shot on Cuzzo and the whole clique, cause like that's what be wrong. Like a lot of times the homies come home, people downplay them and think they playing games, or they gonna be a bad spot on their project, or they gonna make them look away.
And that's what
But,
that's what
you
people
know,
said. People came to
yeah.
me and was literally like, I had somebody come to my rehearsal, sit in my rehearsal, stay the whole rehearsal. I'm looking at her like, what is she here for? And after the rehearsal, question me about why you working with him, why you bringing him up on stage. You know, you got a good brand. Working with somebody like him, it can mess your brand up, and you won't have nothing. And I let her talk. I let her go ahead and talk. And you know, at the end of her talking, I said, "Listen, God know what He doing, and I know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna work with Him, because even though we come from different sides of the track, it don't matter. Because when we get in that room and start spitting ideas, we put together some bomb stuff. So I don't care what nobody got to say. At the end of the day, it's my life, it's his life, it's our business, it's our brand, and we gonna make it happen. So I mean, he called flack for working with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and vice versa. But I'm not. At the end of the day, bro, I'ma say it, and I always say it. God know what He doing. And He didn't put me and LaVelle alone in Saladin and Terrence together for nothing. Something gonna come out of it great, because every time somebody means something for evil, God turn it around for good.
That's exactly right.
So have you guys turned this into a brand too? Is it more than just a musical and a play?
Yeah, I could tell you we got a brand. Like we're deciding to go under the Vernon Williams Presents.
Okay.
But
Vernon Williams Presents.
But we also starting a new movement called Maso. And Maso mean move as one.
Move as one.
So we coming in with the Maso thing with Vernon Williams, because, you know, like I said, he gave us a chance, so he got our back in love forever. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
we
salute
want
to
to
that whole
move.
thing.
We want to
I love
move
that.
as one. So Maso is the new thing.
So what is that? What exactly is
well, we
a
look at,
movement in different things?
man, we got so many things planned, like
So many.
so many.
okay.
We
Okay,
talking.
we gonna
Can I
get
get
y'all
my
back.
t-shirt
We
before I
gonna
get
get y'all back. I ain't get no gigs hat or nothing like that, but I ain't gonna say nothing. So like,
We got one
It's
for
all
you.
love. I ain't no
We
t-shirt.
got
now.
one for you.
So yeah. So like what's your next project? What you guys got coming up afterwards? Or before I get ahead of myself, when do you guys project the gigs to be shown? Like when do you guys plan to put that play on? Actually, physically have that play
So
go
we
live.
So we're looking at the gigs to go live around the summer of 2018. So about
2018.
July 2018.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Before the gigs, nobody knows this. We was going to announce it probably next week or this week.
Can we get exclusive
So we're
announcement?
doing a y'all show, yeah.
Right here on Spotlight.
Right here on Spotlight, we're going to announce it
We
before
gonna
the
send it to Atlanta
gigs.
too.
We coming out with a stage play called "What Your Man Won't Do."
What your man want to do? You heard it right here first on Spotlight.
That'll be before the gigs around about March. We're not gonna do no
Gotcha.
auditions. I'm gonna call people and tell them I got a role for you. Come read with me. Let's get this done. We gonna get it done.
Right,
And
you're
then
gonna have to get to me
and
early.
then after the gigs,
Well, that's what I was gonna say. You know that a lot of people be want me to sing. So if you
well, hold on. But I was going to say that on
You
your
got a
show.
radio host
Another
on that,
exclusive announcement on the show is I got a solo singing part, jive rap joint, but it's a singing part. I was gonna get it staying alone.
y'all can see if,
have
if your
mercy.
budget, I check the budget.
But it got to be a duet though. It got to be a
Cool.
duet though with wifey.
might
She
be
got to
in
get on
LA.
there, but she can't
I'm
wear a
not
Dallas
singing
shirt.
I can't do no more songs with wifey, man.
Is higher.
That's
I'm
it,
not
man.
singing with
Every time I do a song with her, she try to be the lead when she the background, all that kind of stuff. I can't. Wifey, you audition by yourself, baby. You good enough. You can hold it down by yourself.
You don't need to audition, boo.
You good, baby. But you say y'all got something else coming up. Oh Lord.
Yeah, after the gigs,
right now, y'all.
after the gigs, the stage play that I wrote a long time. We started writing a long time ago. Talked about, and it's funny when I told Lavelle about the play, he was like, "Man, I had the same idea to do the same kind of play." That's why I love him. So after the gigs, everybody be coming back right after the gigs in about September with Confessions of a Side Chick.
Confessions of us. That sound like a bomb play.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah,
gonna be-
yeah.
oh, it's
Confessions
gonna
of us.
be-
Saladin
it's
writing
gonna
on
be
that
off the
too. You
chain.
writing on that too, homie?
Yeah.
Hey man, at 26 years old, I can't even imagine having my mind wrapped around nothing close to what Slim doing. Like 26 years.
Yes.
Oh, 26
And
years
the
old. Boy, I was a tough
and the
dude.
fact
Boy.
that you done
Good,
been
good.
locked up and you out and your life is just starting and you talented like
Yeah,
that.
I mean, it was either go up or go back to where when I got into prison. My cousin called me to Atlanta, was like, "Come down here, get some money with me."
Go ahead.
So when I go to Atlanta, my mentality wasn't on changing my lifestyle. My mentality was on what I was doing up here. So I
Right.
go down there and get into it, catch a attempted murder charge.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's where my mentality was at. So when I linked up with him, he like the first type of old head that really like.
Yeah, the old head, the OG over there, right? The OG.
Took him under the wing.
The OG over there.
And he looked really offended too. Look, he looked seriously
I
offended
know.
too.
Us longs, we don't like to be called old. We think we
Y'all-
some young boys.
But
We
y'all
we
ain't
young.
young.
Ain't that right, babe? I'm the youngin'.
He the first one that told.
She gonna pull out the
that
picture.
showed me like, tell me do it this way, but not do it this way and
Right.
walk off. He like do it this way and he with me through the whole thing, showing love and really showing love to you. So it was like,
That's
I
what's
mean,
up,
cool.
he
man.
had
That's
more to
cool,
lose.
right?
He had
Cool.
more to lose
Then you.
than me because
Yeah.
he got a reputation. He had a reputation. My reputation was a messed up reputation.
It was already something else, right?
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
can't go-
Yeah, but we
But
changing that though.
you do know that
We
you no
changing that.
longer have that reputation. Forget
Yeah.
that
Right.
reputation.
My
You
mother-
You a
speak-
writer
speak
now.
that into life.
You a writer
We
now.
gonna
You a
speak
writer
that.
now.
As a matter of fact, let me
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
you
let
something.
me say it. Let him say it.
Listen,
She got 5
My
3 minutes.
mother ain't believe that I was writing a play. So I'm like, Mom, I'm writing a Gibbs play. Like with Lavelle, I'm like, it's going. She like, yeah, all right. So
Yeah, that's how it
she
is.
ain't never
That's how
really
it is.
believe it. And she called me one day. We at Jiffy's at my spot out Jiffy's.
That's
Uh-huh.
my
It was like,
spot.
I eat at.
Allentown Road.
Across the street
Yeah,
from Andrews
Allentown Road,
Airport
right across
Base.
from the base. But yeah. That's wifey spot too.
We had inside joke. We had Jiffy, so she called me and she just cussing me out. She like, I don't think you going around writing no play. I don't think you writing no play. I think you. I'm like, Mom, I get him the phone. So he explained it to her, and she started calming down. But then she came to the audition.
Yeah,
That changed it.
Yeah.
that's
That
what
changed
changed.
her life because she didn't believe me.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
She
changed.
didn't believe you?
Yeah, that
She
changed.
didn't believe me.
I know how that is
But when
because
we
when you've
sat-
been doing back some other side of the fence for so long, your mother see you one way after a while because she been raising you and watching you and been losing sleep every night and crying and praying, and then she see you change.
Yeah, it's like we have a whole story like in that team. Like I told him stuff when we sitting back in that bed and we sitting back in them dorms and people getting stabbed and crazy stuff happening. I told him, I said, when we come back on DC, you're gonna see this happen, you're gonna see that because he didn't have no family backing him. I was his family. You see what I'm saying? He ain't had nobody visiting him. He wasn't getting no money. You see what I'm saying? So I had his attention. Yeah. And that's what I say about these kids in these urban neighborhoods now. They gotta know it's you family. If you not family, they not gonna feel you.
That's right.
So at the end of the day, like everything that I told him that was gonna happen, even the relationship with his mother,
it happened.
All of it's coming around full circle now.
Yeah.
Like you gotta understand, he never been in a radio station. Everything he's watching now, y'all gotta understand. This is new to him. He's never been in none of this type of situation.
Well, you gonna be in a lot, but we gotta get ready to wrap it up. I hate to cut you guys short, but this is what I wanted to say before we end this. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but we got less than a minute. So this is what happens when you take a chance on somebody that don't look like you, that may not sound like you, may not be from the same tracks as you. But a lot of times these guys are multi-talented people. Like he has other talents that he may not even tapped into yet because he's still finding himself on the other side. That's what happened to Stan Long. So all I'm saying is all of these people in here has something that they could have been ashamed of, they could have felt the way about, but guess what they doing? The Gigs and some other plays and some other big things, and it's coming up. So you guys look forward to watching the Gigs. It's coming up soon. 2018 is going to be an amazing musical. We're going to have these guys back next year to promote some more, of course.
Yes, sir.
You guys have an open door policy with me. You already know Cuzzo Vernon, Saladin, and my man Terrence. I couldn't even get Terrence to say nothing, but y'all see him on camera, though. He the coolie high one over there. He just be chilling and taking it all in and getting ready to get the contracts together.
Yes, sir.
So on that note, you guys, we got to wrap it up. We got another show coming up. You want to take us out?
First of all, how do they follow y'all?
Yeah. How do they find any Facebook, Instagram? Give out your
Lavelle Long on everything.
Lavelle Long.
Vernon Williams Presents on Instagram and Vernon Williams III on Facebook. And the website is VernonWilliamsPresents.com.
Got you. Got a Giz site yet?
The Giz is on Facebook.
Y'all got a Facebook page? Got you. Giz Facebook. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Saladin.
On Instagram, Saladin_the Giz.
Got you. All right, you guys, make sure you stay plugged in. The Giz is going to be bigger than life. It's something that hasn't been done before. It's a go-go musical. It's straight out of D.C. We loving it, and it's real live D.C. cast members, real live D.C. production, you guys. And on that note, we got to wrap it up. Shout out to Listen Vision. Shout out to my man Jacob, always holding us down every week. Shout out to Jeremy. We got to get out of here, but always remember this. Love hard, live good, God first. Spotlight.
I put the spotlight on you.